Welcome, I'm Russell Alexander. We help families going through separation and divorce. I've been a lawyer with the team here for over 20 years. Without further ado, let's get into today's topic. Can a religious marriage trigger spousal rights under the Family Law Act? In a recent interesting case, the Ontario court started its focus of its decision this way. The case revisits the intersection between a religious marriage and the legal requirements that confirm the status and corresponding rights of a spouse on the parties under the Family Law Act. In this case, the couple had undergone an Islamic religious marriage ceremony known as a Nikah in early April 2019. They separated only a few months later. They did not obtain the marriage license at the time and signed no Islamic marriage contract or other agreement. The man did not give a maher to the woman, which is a gift traditionally given by the groom to the bride on marriage. Each of them had been married previously, but at the time of the Nikah, the man's divorce from his first wife was not yet finalized. After separation, the woman and her 7-year-old son continued to live in property owned by the man. He began a civil action for trespass and asked the court order requiring the woman to vacate, to clean and restore the property, and to reimburse him for expenses he paid to carry the property while he was forced to live elsewhere. The woman resisted, she claiming the Nikah served to achieve a legal marriage between her and the man, and that this in turn made her his spouse under the Ontario Family Law Act. As such, she had the right to possession of his property under that legislation, since it was their matrimonial home and subject to special entitlements. If you're enjoying this video and find it helpful, you can give us a thumbs up or leave a comment below. The court accordingly had to consider whether the parties were spouses as defined under the Family Law Act and whether the Nikah ceremony resulted in a valid marriage under Ontario law. The court explained the framework for its ruling. As an Ontario home to a vibrant multicultural population, the issue of what is required to meet the requirements of the Marriage Act and how that issue correlates to rights under the Family Law Act has arisen from time to time. To inform the analysis, the court received expert evidence on how Islamic marriage is perceived under Ontario law. And since both parties had previously been married, also heard evidence on how a divorce is obtained, both Sahara law and the laws of Canada. The court began by noting that under the Provincial Marriage Act, no marriage may be solemnized except under the authority of an issued license. There are also additional requirements around the process, including intention to comply, good faith, capacity, and cohabitation. But after looking at these requirements against the facts, including the man's ineligibility to marry due to his non-divorce status under Canadian law, the court concluded that no legal marriage was possible in any event. As the court put it, the Nikah also provided the benefit of conferring on the couple religious marriage to conform with the laws of Islam, or to use the word of Iman, for keeping God in mind. While the Nikah have fulfilled that purpose, however, the parties were not available to legally marry in the eyes of the law. Although the Marriage Act did provide a limited technical exemption around getting a license in narrow circumstances, it did not apply to this case since the parties were ineligible to marry in the first place. With these conclusions in mind, and since the term of the marriage under the Act was essentially provided the context for the definition of the term spouse in the Family Law Act, In this scenario, the couple could not qualify as spouses for the purposes of that legislation. Without that recognized spousal status, the woman had no rights under the Family Law Act to possess the home she and the man had lived in during the brief marriage. To learn more about this case, you can read the full article in the description below. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box below. If you found this video, please give us a thumbs up to let us know. Sorry if you've liked it. You can subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notification every time we upload a new video. Thank you for watching.